Well, here we are, UB Bad TV, with a man I'm sure you all recognise, Liam Bad Intentions. James, how are you doing, mate?
I'm not bad, man, you?
Not too bad, not too bad. You've been making quite a stir since you joined UB Bad?
Yeah, man. That was the plan.
I can't take you seriously. Before you got into bare knuckle, you had quite a, well, you've still got quite a big name in MMA. How did you first sort of become involved with that?
Truthfully, I used to get in trouble a lot when I was younger. I was quite naughty, quite wild. And,
Quite naughty.
Kind of really bad naughty, actually, like in and out of jail all my life. In K, secure units, hostels, fucking just, and then I got like 23. I nearly got lifed off for quite naughty charges when I was 21. Ended up getting 5 years. I got out from that, and then I got in one more bit of bother. But like, it wasn't really me, and then like while I was away for that, I was expecting a big one, and I got the knock. And while I was away, I was saying to my mate in the gym, I was going, if I get out of this, I says I'm going to start doing that MMA stuff, because I've always liked fighting. All I've ever known all my life is violence, and like that's all I've ever known. So I'm sick of coming to jail for fighting and all that. So anyway, I got acquitted, got out. Come straight to this gym, seen the coach. I had actually put myself in for an unlicensed fight before I'd done any training.
That's typically you.
And did like 3 weeks of training, had my first fight, and then I was just hooked from then. And my whole life totally changed after that. Just everything from that, just like all changed.
It seemed to sort of catapult. It wasn't just like a few sort of local, sort of white collar MMA fights. I mean, you were a top pro not so long ago. How did you? I mean, you obviously progressed, but what made you go pro?
Right, I had two. I had been training for like 3 months, and I had 2 semi-pro fights. Yeah. And every time it hit the floor, I was like wanting to like elbow them in the head, and I couldn't, because you're not allowed in semi-pro. So I had to like body shot them, and then I was just like, that was shit. I just wanted to fucking pound people's faces in. So I says, yeah, I get it as a professional fight. First pro fight I had, didn't like, the kid just ran straight in with guillotine and I choked him out straight away. Second pro fight, I got that wish. I fucking got the kid on the floor and just elbowed his face in until, well, I actually ended up choking him out, because the ref was just going to carry. He was just letting his pure elbow his head in. I was like, whoa. You actually see on the video, like, look at the ref like that, and then put my head down and then like slip in the rear naked. And then my third pro fight, I was training at Barry Norman's, and I got offered a fight on Bama at the MMA Arena in Manchester. And I'd only been training 6 months. Yeah. And I was like, obviously took the fight. I was 2-0. I was fighting a kid who was like 7-0. And my mum died. The first fight I'd ever lost. My mum died like the week before, 4 days before the fight she did. And but ever since that first fight, I've just been like fully dedicated. I was like training 3 times a day. I've travelled all over the world. Like I've lived in Ireland for a year with Connor McGregor. I'm like the MMA team I train with is like one of the best in the country. Yeah. Like we're like Ross Piasson, Freak Show, Alex Enland, Davey Grant, Kurt Warburton. It's just like Paul Cook, just everyone, just a room full of monsters. Like Andrew Fisher. It's like 5 of them are in the UFC or have been in the UFC or on their way to the UFC. It's like the whole squad's just hard training.
I'm going to fight in the UFC, you know. I'm just waiting for them to ring us. I think Donna White forgot my number. You fought quite a lot on Cage Warriors as well, and you did very well on Cage Warriors. Anybody that's sort of watching that's not really into MMA, Cage Warriors is really, it's like the feeder organisation for the UFC.
The UFC is like the Premier League, like in football terms, and Cage Warriors is like the first division, like the way where you promote. The only way to go from Cage Warriors is the UFC. Like mostly British Europeans who's in the UFC have filtered up through Cage Warriors. Connor McGregor was the world champion of there. So aye.
Yeah, I think you had a title as well with Cage Warriors, is that right?
No, it was made for the cage. I had a title with.
I must do my research better.
Before I stopped fighting MMA, because obviously I stopped fighting MMA for the last 2 years, because all of 2014 no one would fight us. And people kept pulling out and stuff, and then all last year I just like my life, I've been having some loads of personal problems, so But like I was in title contention before. Like I'm not in the rankings now because I've been out for over 18 months.
Yeah.
But I was number 5 in the UK. Like the last time I was ranked, I was number 5 in like the top 3 in the UFC. So I was like number 3 unsigned to the UFC. So I wasn't far.
A friend of yours from the local area, up here, Andy Ogle, he went up to the UFC, didn't he?
I actually went to Vegas with him to do the trials, and like we both done the trials together. He had a really good record because he fought like loads of like not that good kids and got like a really good record. And I took the hard way. I've always like been chasing the hardest fights I could possibly get. Like if there's not a chance that if I'm not the underdog, I'm not really interested in the fight. Yeah. I want to fight the best fighters because I believe I'm one of the best fighters, and I believe the best fighters will bring the best out of me.
How do you think you would have fared against Andy?
We used to fucking bash each other in the gym all the time. It was back and forth. He was a good wrestler, I was a good striker, better striker than him. He was a better wrestler. It's mixed martial arts. Like you have good days and bad days. Yeah. You can go in the gym and fucking you can just be totally shite and walk out, get deflated, and go home and probably have a little cry into your pillow and all that. Or you can come in and be bang bash at everyone and shop and just coming out the gym thinking, yeah, if I perform like that on the fight night, I'll kill anybody. Yeah. So.
If you're watching, Andy, by the way, if you get bored, give it a shout. UB Bad would love to have you. Quite a sort of, well, not really a big name, probably the biggest name out there in MMA at the minute. It's Connor McGregor. I know that you were a training partner of Connor's and you were a friend of his, and you moved off to Ireland. How did all that come up in the first place?
Right, well, I was fighting on Cage Warriors. Me and Connor were both on Cage Warriors before he got signed to the UFC. And we were both like I fought all the world, like Jordan, Dubai, Russia, Chechnya. And like when you fight on them shows, you're away for like 5 days. Sorry to interrupt, but can you just tell everybody at home the story you told me about this in Jordan? When I fought in Jordan, I fought in Jordan and I was sitting getting my hair cut in my hometown North Shields, and the apprentice was like looking at us like that, and I was like, "Fuck does he want in this game? Are you called Liam James?" I says, "Aye." He went, "Oh, you're a massive star in Jordan," and he whipped his phone out and he's like, "Look," and there's a picture of me and him in the arena in Jordan. Like I had got a picture of us, and I thought that was quite fucking quite mad. Like when you get famous all the way back to North Shields, you know you've made it. Sorry, mate. Anyway, carry on. What was I saying? About how you went over to Ireland. Right. So like we had been fighting on some of the same events and stuff, and like got really friendly with his coach John. Like he like obviously most people that see me fight, they know I'm a real fighter. They know that I'm got bad intentions, and I'm coming to hurt you, and you better put me away, because even if you hurt us, that's not going to stop us. So we just got on really well, and. I remember I fought a kid called Alan Philpott, and it was like I had went down to 61 kilos, and the weight cut like really badly like fucked us up, and the kid like just smashed us. And after the fight, John Connor's coach just says, "Listen, you should come over and do a bit of training with us." It was only meant to go for a week, and I just turned around. I was just like, I'm off to live in Ireland for a bit and train with Connor McGregor. See you later. I remember seeing it on Facebook when he went out there. Did you think, I mean, when you first met Connor, did you think he would be such a bigger star as he actually is now? I actually did, you know. I remember watching him fight in Cage, because I actually remember when I first watched him, I was thinking because I knew he would be the champion of Cage Warriors. I remember thinking like he's the person that I need to chase. He's the one that I'm going to have to get through to get what I want. But he got in the UFC like just after I started training with him. He got signed to the UFC. Do you think that's because of the top quality training and sparring that you give him? No, he was already top quality before I got there. He used to tell John that I was his favourite sparring partner. He used to say that, because like I say, I never take a backward step. Most people that he trains with, they're like, but I'm just like straightforward all the time. You ding ding ding, I'm getting hit in the face, but I'm still. I've heard a few stories as well. He used to ring you and message you in the middle of the night, get yourself to the gym or go training. I've still got their messages in my phone, actually 2:30 in the morning. He's like, "Are you fancy training?" I'm like, "I'm just getting into bed, man." He's like, how are? So I went, "Yeah, like, how are, let's go." 2:30 in the morning, rolling on the mats and all that. And
Do you still keep in touch with him? You still friends with this day?
Yeah, I haven't really spoken to Connor much because he's so busy now. I don't even think he looks on his fucking Facebook and out anymore. But I spoke to John because John's just brought a book. If you like books, right? Win or Learn. It's written by John Kavanagh. So he's just brought it out, and it's I know for a fact it's been a good book.
So mate, he could have plugged mine instead, but never mind.
I'll plug your hand as well. And he's going to send us, say him and John and Connor's going to sign a copy of the book and send us it. Like he says, message him after September, after he's 48 years.
Well, if he's ever over, you want to invite him, I'm sure.
I've offered before.
What, to fight him? What, to bring
No, not like to bring him on. To see, I tried to get him over to do a seminar over here.
Yeah.
But he's just too busy, man. He's got people pulling him left, right, everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
Aye, is he?
I sort of know the answer to this, but what sort of first got you interested in bare knuckling? How did it come about? I know it was me stalking you.
Well, it actually wasn't. I wanted to get into it ages ago. I remember when I was fighting on Cage Warriors, Joe had been like messaging us, and I remember going to Ian Dean, who's like the matchmaker, and like he was like my manager at the time. And and he was like, listen, if you do that, you're gonna your MMA career is just gonna, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, no one will take you serious, because at the time it was just like,
that's it, I mean, it's grown massive.
But back then it was like they were fucking doing it in fields and car parks and all that, and like he was just, you'll no one will take you seriously as a fighter if you do that. But then like, obviously my life.
Did you not want to fight round the back of Aldi, like?
I was doing that
again
when I was a younger man. Like, it was like my life went to shit last year, and like I got to the point where I was just thinking, yeah, I just want to fight. At the MMA trainings too, it's like if you haven't got 100% dedication to MMA, you can't compete at the level that I was fighting at. I needed some kind of outlet. Obviously, you were fucking you hounded us for a bit, and then it just got to the point where I seen you fight MMA,
and I seen you fight glove boxing one time. And I always just thought, this lad's just made for BKB, like.
A few people have said that. It's Jimmy McCrory, he said the same thing. He says I'm made for it. We'll see. I think so. Like, I think by my last two performances, didn't do the best against Chrissy. To be honest, I wasn't even training for that. I didn't even train for that fight. I just went through loads of mad stuff, and like I just wasn't in a place where I was training. But at the same time, I didn't want to not fight.
Well, I mean, it shows you dedication. I'm not going to say anything about what was going on, but I know some of the things that were going on in your life at the time, and I did say to you, do you not think we should pull the fight?
You did.
When things like that go on, it's hard to concentrate. And Chrissy Bennett, very skillful boxer, ex-pro. On paper, you should have wiped the floor with you. On paper.
Yeah, but we're not fighting on paper, are we?
Exactly.
I like the reason I still went in that fight, even though I didn't train for that fight, I still do, and it wasn't that I wasn't just wasn't training. I was drinking and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't looking after myself, and the reason that I still thought I would win that fight is because I know that if someone doesn't put me away, I've got till the fight's over to put them away, which I know I can. I know I hit hard. I know I've got hard hands. And
both hands.
And I just knew that. Like I was saying to my friends, I was like, he might have trained all his life. He might have trained hard for this fight. I says, but can he take my shots? I'll take his shots all day long, but can he take mine? And as you saw,
that's it. Going back to your first BKB, case a mate of mine, John Duty, down in Coventry. On the way back from that fight, when you're in the car, you were just blown away by the whole experience. Did you still love it like that?
I fought loads of different disciplines: BKB, boxing. I've done grappling competitions, MMA, kickboxing, Thai, but K1. Nothing gave us the buzz that the BKB did. After that fight, man, it was like the highest high I ever had from fighting, but also the longest. Like I didn't start coming down from it till Friday after Saturday.
I know he never shut up. Ask Andy Price, he didn't shut up all the way home in the car.
Bouncing all over the house, looking like it's just something about smashing your bare fist into someone's face. Yeah. Just does it for me, like.
You certainly seem to enjoy it. You've got another fight coming up very soon, 13th of April, a couple of weeks away. 13th of April, August even. At Galway Call in Nottingham, fighting Louis Gallant. How are you feeling about that?
Well, considering I'm training properly now, hard now, I feel like I could beat anyone. I know Lewis, nowadays me and Lewis are supposed to fight a couple of times.
You were going to fight gloved,
we were meant to fight gloved, but it was just before just after, I don't know, there was some reason that but we've been meant to fight for ages. It's a fight that it's not a fight that I say I wanted, but it's a fight that's interested in, because I know I think our styles will match well together.
I think they will,
and I think
very experienced.
And I think it's a fight. I think we've
a little bit of MMA as well.
Well, we've both. I think
picking each other up.
I'm starting to get better at that. Like, I'm starting to get better at not like it's just a reaction. You know what I mean? It's both. I'm getting better at it. Like, I haven't done much grappling lately because I've had stuff going on, but
I'm not going to mention any names, but it shows that you have made quite a stir in the bare knuckle world. There's been a lot of fighters sort of, I want to fight him. See, I'm not going to mention any names, but you've definitely made a stir. Is that something you set out to do?
I just want to fight the best lads. I want to prove them that I think that, like, on my night no one can stop us. I think
get a few more in, I'll fight you then.
There could be more skill in boxing than us, but I don't believe there's anyone as tough as me and as hits hard as me in that division. Not one.
If you take the win over Lewis, where do you see yourself going from there?
I'd like to be hoping that there'll be some kind of title coming up soon, or if there's a couple of fighters that I've got my eye on. I'm not going to call them out in this interview, but I think everyone knows who. Like, there's a few fighters out there that I probably need to fight to get myself into the talks of that world title, because that's what I've got my eye on. That's whoever takes that title. That's the man that is going to have a big talk on his back by me. And I'll go through whoever I've got to go through to get that person.
Certainly can't lack your confidence, and knock your confidence even. So I mean, like you say, you're back to training hard again now. I mean, I look after your fan page on Facebook, and the amount of people that are desperate to come and train with you is just crazy.
Well, I've started to pay personal training now. I can help you with your strength and conditioning, muscle mass gain, cardio, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, grappling. I can help you with anything. Nutrition. I've got like a world of knowledge about nutrition and stuff. If you've seen us fight MMA, you've seen us weigh in, and you've seen the amount of weight I've lost before. I can do, like, I can help you with basically anything to do with the body, anything to do with fighting. I can help.
If people were interested in sort of doing some work with you, how would they get in touch? Through the Facebook fan page?
My fan page on Facebook. You can hit up my personal page. I've got two. There's Liam James, and then there's Liam James PT. My fan page, Twitter, Instagram, anything.
He's all over the place, this lad. Well, best of luck, mate, and obviously you've got a bright future.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.